What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Jaysimmerz, and welcome to another house tour. So, on today's episode of touring, we are going to be touring my cafe. Um, this cafe was inspired by like Asian cafes, so it's supposed to be cute, kawaii, and also just functional. I wanted to have some space that, both teens and adults could go and they could work, they could relax, they could just have a space where, it's comfortable to stay all day. And yeah, that is my goal for this space. And I think what we did here pretty much um, equaled that. So, of course, we are seeing a lot of things happening in this one build. So, let me show you guys the outside first before we even venture into the inside. So, outside, let's start with this section. So, let me see. Right. So over here we have like a section, like a bar-ish section. You can go sit outside, have some drinks, and these little tables out here, you can enjoy charcuterie eating and well, whatever else you choose to eat. But we do have those outside, upstairs, and then we have a very cute balcony area. Love this. Love how it turned out. And this is again more seating, more. I think this is more like a romantic vibe. So more couples, I think, would come upstairs here. Um, and you can also feed the ducks. Again, I always say with all my bills, I do make sure that these spaces are 100% functional. So, yes, you are going to get to see these spaces in full bloom. I'm probably gonna record like a 1 minute, 2 minute video at the end just to show you guys the whole place coming to life. But yeah, so this space is more meant to be romantic and for dates. So the usual cafe goers won't really come up here that often. But I mean, you can if you would like to. But I think more people who just want some alone time would come up here and just enjoy the ambience. So that's upstairs. On the entryway, we come up here, have a little sign, and we have outdoor seating. Love these spaces. So we have like 6 seats outside, and then we have like this is the entryway. Love how it turned out. So again, it's very modern while being kawaii and cute and very coffee inspired. So the colors are very, it's neutral but with a hint of like maybe a purple accent wall or pink pastels. So we have a lot of pastel colors here. So this is the front. I'll come back to this little section in a bit because this is kind of the inside. So over here, so from upstairs, this is what the side view of this building looks like. So we get to come downstairs now, and this is some outdoor seating area. So I think you can like have lunch and stuff down here in general. So that is the intention of that. But again, anybody could come and use it, both teens and adults. It really depends on what you came for. This section is actually like a little mm, I mean, it's an extension of the cafe, but it's more like for workspaces, like working purposes. So over here we have where you can come and do your work. We have lots of different options. These other tables as well, they are 1000% functional. Again, guys, I will show you guys how this works at the end of the video, but this is kind of just a glimpse of what it would look like. And then over on this side, we also have a space here. This is not necessarily for work. I think this is just, come eat something, breakfast, enjoy coffee, whatever. So it's like a two-sided section of the cafe, which is directly outside. And again, it just makes for more space, more functionality, and just, yeah. So we have that. And then now we're gonna head inside. I think I showed you guys all the outside spaces that I want to see. Okay, no, I have one outdoor space again. Just is upstairs, a back balcony, seating area, cute little bar area as well. And yeah, so let's go back to the front. So we have arrived in the entry. Let me see if I can even show you guys the entry, what it looks like. So when you enter, you have like some seating, you have the fairy lights as well. You have a little sim sign basically indicating that you're entering into the cafe. And this, guys, is what my cafe looks like. Just absolutely gorgeous. I loved putting this together. I do think that I got a lot of things fit into here. So, you know, we have the goods, we have the ovens, the sweets, the treats, everything that you basically need in a cafe. I try to stuff in there. We do have the counter section as well, where you can go, you can order your stuff, and you can have a seat by the chairs. So I put like maybe like four different sections where you can eat and enjoy yourself. So you have this section, you have this little section. This is like a private booth. I think this section would be for anybody that maybe wants to have a little bit more privacy than the regular average customer. You have the side here as well, and you also have another seating area to have lunch over here. So overall, this would be the eating area, which I thoroughly love. I think this came out exactly how I envisioned it. I wanted it to be very jam packed with things like food and treats. I think whenever you enter a cafe, you're supposed to see these type of things. A lot of different things to choose from, and I think you have a variety of savory items along with sweet stuff, and then coffee, of course, because it is a cafe, so we need to have coffee machines. Um, but yeah, and then of course, big large windows lets in a lot of natural light, and you can see outside as well. This whole place actually has a lot of natural light in general. Loving the new lighting, guys. I think it adds such a realistic touch to our builds. So in this section, I'm gonna show you what this seating area looks like. So it is right across from this side, but you do have some neutral tones. So this is what I meant by you have like the accent wall. So this wall is actually pastel pink, but you can't tell it's very pink because it's not very, very vibrant. So hence, it's very Korean, Asian themed, cute, neutral colors, pastel, but still very modern and chic and cute and all that good stuff. So we have that. Um, so that's that section. I also went ahead to add like a mini bathroom, if you guys can see. So just like a toilet and sink area. This you can access from the outside of the build. So yeah, so if you have to go to the bathroom, you actually have to go from the outside. I did think about adding it from the inside, but it is what it is. It is what it is. From this entryway, you actually have another space here where adults or even teens could come. This is like additional workspace where either you have like something to do for school or whatever, you can come and get that completed over here because it's like a study desk, or a working person can come and get work done as well over here. So loved that space. It's cute, it's private, it's not noisy, it's away from the overall crowd of people. So I love that aspect of it. But yeah, so this is the overview, I would say, of the bottom half of the cafe. So now we're gonna go upstairs. So entering upstairs, guys, we are going to be using this staircase. So we cannot enter the upstairs from the inside. We have to come outside. Again, it's a whole experience, different vibes or whatever. I love the fact that the upstairs you have to come out from outside. It's pretty cool. So you have to pass all of this gorgeousness in order to get upstairs. So as you enter, you would meet up with this, and you can decide for yourself if you want to stay outside or not. We're gonna enter through this door, and this is basically what we are met with. So I'm gonna let's put her to do something because she's just standing around doing nothing. All right, so this is a reading area. in the cafe. So we have like the library book. Well, I guess you'd have a number of different types of books on this shelf. This cafe is very hell-bent on the experience being comforting, cozy, relaxing. So I do think they would have like a variety of different novels and maybe motivational books to engage in while you enjoy your coffee. So we have that, and then we have like this big, massive aquarium. In this section over here, we did go ahead to add some study areas. So again, this is mainly for students. I think um, I wanted to make sure that the cafe is very inclusive in general to have, different age groups here. So meanwhile, let's say a mom and her son came and they had two different things to do. The son could probably come upstairs here where the study area is specifically meant for teens, hence the color schemes and whatever. And then you also have the adult section downstairs and outside where, it's more adult oriented work wise. Um, Again, with the color schemes, this is supposed to be Korean themed. So again, with the pastels and the cuteness, I didn't necessarily choose the desk because it's for teens. It's mostly because of the color scheme. I think it's pastel and it kind of suits the theme of the actual cafe itself. So that was pretty cool. And over here we have additional reading material. So we have more books. Um, Again, this space upstairs is really meant for reading, or if you have to do some work or whatever. That's what this space is for mainly. So you have a lot of those things being implemented. So you have additional chairs, seating, cute little teddy bears ever so often again, because I think you see a lot of those things in Korean places in general. But yeah, so we have more of those options, reading options. And again, just a little overview of the seating area upstairs. It's pretty cool. Um, in this other section, I think, yes, I know I had an additional space. So this little room here, I did go ahead to add some coffee. So we have a coffee machine and the cups where you can help yourself over in that section. And then we also have another workspace. So again, so this section would be geared more towards adults. Again, it's away from the general cafe, more on the private side, and it has its own little supply of coffee, which I do think adults would really enjoy and love. So there's that. Um, but yeah, so overall, guys, this is what my cafe looks like. It's the overview. I really enjoyed putting this together. I think it's probably one of my favorite builds so far that I've done. I always say that, I know. But honestly, I feel like every time I create something, it's so unique. This honestly was really fun to put together because we don't really have much of these things in Sims. I think the base game stuff is really lackluster, non-functional. So, when you get to have spaces like this that's actually functional, that your Sims can come and enjoy and actually use, I really do appreciate, having them in the game. So I think right now my goal is kind of to have more of these spaces. So even like when I'm doing my gameplay or my Let's Play series, creating all my different storylines, I at least have places to visit in Simtown to tell those stories. And again, these things just may help make the game more exciting and just more playable, because we have so many different options of places to go. I intend to make like more of these places, like more cafes, maybe some restaurants, not to overflow my town with those, but at least have a variety to choose from because we can get tired of going to the same restaurant over and over. So this is one of my options, and you guys can look forward to the many more options that will come in my building journey. So guys, that pretty much wraps up this build. I am gonna record the video where I'm gonna do like a live so you guys can see the whole place in action with all the Sims and everybody, at work. And of course, enjoy the screenshots at the end of this video. Do feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. Let me know what you thought about this build in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.